Hello and welcome to the movie. What you see is my VoiceAttack script for the Osprey normal procedures. The steps are called via mouse wheel or joystick button. A repeat function is integrated and the communication with ground and cabin is voice controlled. I created the sound files for the answers by myself. Okay, have fun and maybe inspiration. Ready, start Osprey.
Hello, Captain. Is the airplane full stow?
No?
Captain, the flight will take off in daylight.
Yes?
Hello, Captain. I'm your ground chief today. The colleagues are just removing the pitot and engine covers. I'll go down then, plug in my headset and be on standby.
Captain, are you personally performing the outside check today?
No.
Fine, start the cockpit preparation when ready. Landing gear, down. Flaps, auto. Displays, off. Fire T-handles, norm. Rotor brake, off. Engine control levers, off. APU, stop. Primary lighting, off. Emergency egress, off. Secondary lighting, off. Cargo hook, off. Battery, on, check norm. Ramp and door, open. Fuel dump, off, covered. Emergency oxygen, off, covered. Controls and thrust control lever, centered, full after. Interphone system, check and set. Next is, power up with battery. APU run engage, check APU display run. All displays, turn on. APU ASI, on. Mid-wing gearbox oil pressure, normal. Hydraulic pressure, normal. CDU, land or sea, selected. CDU, date time, check. External lights master, on. Position lights, both, bright, steady. Cockpit lighting, set. Lamp test, stall warning, check. Ask ground, blade fold area clear.
Ground vom Cockpit?
Yes, sir.
Blade fold area clear?
Yes, sir. You can move the blade fold system. The area is clear.
Blade fold system, check flight ready. Caution, advisory, check. Flight plan, check. Nav page position, check. Heading standby compass, PFD, nav page, compare. Next is, before start. Landing gear panel, 3 lights. Parking brake, check set, and ASI posted. Power steer, nose buttons, off. Rotor brake, on, message check, off. Nacelle boo enable, off. Automatic flight control system, reset, on. Ask cabin, ready for close ramp and door.
Cabin from cockpit.
Yes, sir.
Can we close doors?
You can close ramp and door. We are ready.
Ramp and door, close. Caution advisory, check. Hydraulic status, check normal. Thrust control lever, full after. Nacelles, 78 degrees. Flaps position 0 to 50, check standby display. Flaps, auto. Ask ground for visual help controls checks.
Ground from cockpit.
Yes, sir.
Ready for checks.
Yes, you can start cyclic checks.
Full forward.
Full forward is okay.
Full after.
Full after is okay.
Center.
Center position is okay.
Full left.
Full left is okay.
Full right.
Full right is okay.
Center.
Center position is okay. Ready for pedals checks.
Full left.
Full left is okay.
Full right.
Full right is okay.
Center.
Last check center position is okay.
Thrust control lever, check function. Nacelles, 90 degrees. Standby flight instruments, check, set. Radar altimeter, check 3 or less. CDU default, ACFT init, set. Comms, set. Active vibration suppression system, enabled.
Behind on the panel.
Landing gear pins, removed and stowed. Cockpit window pins, removed and stowed. Interim power arm. FADEX, switched and date matched. Automatic flight control system, on. Exhaust deflectors, both auto. Blade fold system, check flight ready. En route clearance, as required. Crew briefing, perform. Next is, engine start. Engine start clearance, as required. Bottom strobe light, on. Fuel quantity, check. Nacelles, 90 degrees. Displays status layers, set. Ask ground, aircraft clear.
Grauen vom Cockpit. Grauen vom Cockpit.
Yes, sir.
Area clear for engine start.
You can start the engines. The areas are clean.
Right left, clear. CDU timer, start, idle time max 60 seconds. Engine 2 control lever, crank and start. Proprotors rotate, check. Engine data, stabilize. Oil pressure idle, 30 to 60. Oil temperature idle, 20 to 135. NG idle, 65 to 75. Engine 2 control lever, fly. CDU timer, start new. Engine 1 control lever, crank and start. Engine data, stabilize. Oil pressure idle, 30 to 60. Oil temperature idle, 20 to 135. NG idle, 65 to 75. Engine 1 control lever, fly. NR, over 70. CDU timer, reset. APU, stop. Emergency egress, arm. Next is, after start. APU, verified off. Power steer, nose buttons, as required. Engine control levers, verified fly. Nav, set. Baro press and standby altimeter, set. Radar altimeter, set. Flight director, set. Anti-ice, set. System status, check all green. Caution advisory, check. Displays, set as required. Ask ground, external condition engines.
Ground vom Cockpit.
Yes, sir.
Status engines.
Engines looks good, without abnormalities. Is a pushback planned?
No. No.
Roll on the taxiway.
Yes.
Understood. I will now disconnect and wish a good flight.
Thanks.
Taxi clearance, as required. Top strobe light, norm. Landing light, auto. Heading indicators PFD, nav, matched. Right left, clear. Parking brake, off, and ASI posted gone. Brake accu, check. Nacelles and throttle as required, minimum 60 degrees. Taxi, perform and check wheel brakes. Cabin clear, check.
Cabin from cockpit.
Yes, sir.
Clear for takeoff.
Yes, sir. Cabin is ready for takeoff.
Next is, before takeoff. Flaps, auto. Fuel quantity, checked. Engine control levers, check both fly. Interim power, as required. Ramp and door, closed. Power steer, nose buttons, off, as required. Crew, briefed. Takeoff clearance, as required. Position lights, flash. Right left, clear. Parking brake, off, and ASI posted gone. Timer start, line up. Perform takeoff with nacelles, between 60 to 75 degrees. Next is, after takeoff. Landing gear up, lights out.
Sorry?
Landing gear up, lights out. Stable climb, 115 knots. Transition to airplane mode 165 knots, as required. Stable airplane mode, flight director, set as required. Nacelles, clean and dry. Change control zone, position lights, steady. Transition altitude, set altimeter 29.92 as required. Next is cruise. Engine air particle separator, closed. Airspeed maximum 220 knots, as required. Cabin, inform cruising.
Cabin from cockpit?
Yes, sir.
We are cruising.
Okay, understood. Would you like a coffee?
Yes, please.
Good. Coffee comes in 1 minute. Here, Captain. Your requested coffee. Enjoy it. See you later.
Thanks.
Prepare approach, and near the top of descent, next step. Cabin, inform descent.
Cabin from cockpit?
Yes, sir.
Descent.
Okay. We will prepare the cabin for the descent and I am coming to get the coffee cup. Cabin ready for descent. Please hand me the coffee cup. Thank you.
Next is descent. Transition level, set altimeter local as required. Next is approach. Clearance ATC as required. Position lights, flash. Nav, set. Flight director, set. Baro press and standby altimeter, set. Crew briefing, perform. Cabin, inform landing.
Cabin from cockpit.
Yes, sir.
5 minutes landing.
Okay. Cabin is ready for landing.
Conversion point, target near 160 knots. Transition to landing mode near 80 knots. Landing mode stable, next is landing. Crew, briefed. Landing gear, down 3 lights. Flaps, auto. Nose button, as required. Next is, after landing.
Sync rate. Sync rate.
Position lights, steady. Timer, stop. Power steer button, as required. APU run engage, check APU display run. Nacelles and throttle as required, minimum 60 degrees. Next is, shutdown. Thrust control lever, full after. Nacelles, 90 degrees. Top strobe light, off. Parking brake, set. Engine anti-ice, off. Power steer button, off. APU, check on. Emergency egress, check arm. Fire T-handle check, start.
No function.
Fire T-handle check, end. Emergency egress, off. Engine control levers, off. Rotor brake, on, at NA 40%. NG 0%, check. Bottom strobe, tip, formation and landing lights, off. Automatic flight control system, off. Ramp and door, open.
Welcome, Captain. I'm your ground chief. The crew is just putting the wedges under the wheels. One moment, then I'll be ready down below and contact you. The wheel chocks are underlaid. You can now release the parking brake. The area for folding is clean. You can start.
Engine control levers, off. NR, 0%. Rotor brake, off. Battery, on. APU, run engage. Generator 1, on. Hydraulic 3 pressure, normal.
This is a mistake.
Displays, set as required. Blade fold system, verify flight ready white. Full stow, selected. Rotor lock, selected and wait sequence end. Blade fold system, verify full stow white, and ask ground.
Ground from cockpit.
Yes, sir.
All okay?
Okay. The folding process is finished. No abnormalities were visible. Everything was positioned properly. You can switch off the aircraft.
Position lights, off. External lights master, off. Cockpit lighting, off. APU, stop and 20 seconds wait. Battery, off.
Captain, the cabin crew is ready for quitting time.
Good job, Captain. We'll take care of the rest. See you next time.
Okay. That was all. See you next time. Ciao.